Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Brian, and this is Jose. And this Tuesday at 2 p.m., there's a brand new returning champion, Nintendo Directs. They're coming back.
Yes.
We thought they were gone for a while. It's coming back. We're going to be straight up with you right off the bat. We really don't have a ton of insight about what's going to be in it.
At all.
But that's not going to stop us from speculating and nerding out like a bunch of Nintendo geeks.
I mean, yeah, but we'll keep our expectations sort of realistic, right? Because I want Zelda tomorrow.
Right.
But that's not happening.
Yeah.
So
it's less of the things we want, our dream scenarios, and more of what we actually expect. So right off the bat, we know that there's going to be no NX. There's going to be no mobile stuff in this, right?
Yeah, they've made it clear from the beginning. Instead, what we should probably lead off with, let's go system by system, right?
Yeah.
Or thing by thing. 3DS?
3DS, let's start with the 3DS.
All right, so...
been a weird year for the system. Been
has
kind of all
been,
over the place.
but 2016 does have games that are already on the books.
Right.
So you have Bravely Second, excuse me, and you have Fire Emblem Fates, which need dates, honestly, in North America. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of those two gets a date out of this with new footage showing something off about it. I just think the promotion train needs to start for those games. What else? I mean,
Hyrule Warriors. No date for that one, right?
No date for that, I don't think either, although I think Japan may have one.
Yep.
But interestingly enough, last year, this time, Nintendo announced Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. It was roughly around this time frame. So I wouldn't
their November Direct last year.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were not gun-shy to pull something, maybe not of that caliber, but definitely something cool that we didn't know about one or two games. But that said, I do wonder if Metroid Federation Force shows its face, because that is a 2016 game that we saw at E3 that since then has gone dark. And
that
hopefully,
the face that so many people just really hated to see.
Yeah, which is a shame, because I think a spin-off Metroid game could be kind of cool.
I totally agree.
I need to see the rest of it before I can make that determination.
Maybe we'll find out if there's some single-player stuff in it or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
And this is off the heels of Yokai Watch, by the way. Last thing on 3DS I would say is maybe as an out-there prediction is that new 3DS was bundled, the smaller model was bundled with Animal Crossing in North America. I would not be surprised, at least in North America, if they had either another bundle for another game or just a standalone version people can buy. Because there were plenty of folks who did not want to buy Animal Crossing and weren't interested in those plates, but did want the smaller model.
And they wanted faceplates and stuff like that. And maybe they want some more that, that just don't have funny little cartoon animals all over.
Yeah, I feel like the timing's weird though, because that should have been announced already, but you never know with these things. I mean, like we said, we don't really know what they're going to pull.
All right, now on the Wii U, it's an even smaller, sort of more quieter landscape over there. We know about Star Fox. We know about possibly some Mario Maker DLC.
Yeah, well, so first with Star Fox, I would say Star Fox gets dated.
Gets a date for sure.
Yeah, I think if Star Fox is a February or a March game, like they would start promoting that now, maybe show you a new mode you didn't know about.
We were supposed to be playing it right around now, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be out after Mario Tennis, but then it got delayed, which was unfortunate, but it didn't sound like the delay was going to be long. So I would put some money on that. Mario Maker, I hope they have DLC for, because for me, that game needs to continue to grow and to flourish. Like the minute they got checkpoints in, I became 10 times more interested, whereas I kind of stepped away because I just felt like some levels were way too long. I didn't have the patience. Now I can actually go through, sort of take my time, enjoy that. And I do think that there are other visual styles and other things they can introduce into that game that continue to make it sort of this great community for creating Mario stages.
So we saw them just add the checkpoints. We saw them, they're adding the totem Zeldas from
new costumes and stuff.
New costumes is great. What about an art style? I mean, they've never done anything with Super Mario Bros. 2, and they've never done anything with any of the Game Boy ones. I would really love sort of like a Game Boy aesthetic.
Yeah, and hopefully not just sort of a Luigi spin-off, but we'll see, right? Like, who knows?
Right.
I do think, too, on the Wii U front, I'm expecting the next Smash character to get revealed at this thing. We know that they had the open ballot for this next Smash Brothers DLC character, or characters. I'm not sure what they promised, but the voting for that ended in October, and I'm pretty sure the work has started on what that is. Now, Nintendo has not been gun-shy with Smash Brothers this year, just promoting the heck out of DLC wherever possible. We got Roy, we got Ryu, we got Mewtwo. Like, it's been, Lucas, it's been a nice bunch of content slowly getting added to that game.
Every few months, and then the characters that they don't make full characters of, we get to see as skins and stuff like that.
Absolutely,
for the new fighters. I think you're totally right. We heard about that big poll. A lot of people submitted votes for it, and then it just kind of went quiet. So I think it's time to speak up on that again.
I hope, too, that with Star Fox, that they do introduce that Amiibo that Miyamoto told us about. There was a prototype R-Wing that they were considering that transformed. That would be kind of dope.
Now, I got to ask you about Zelda, right before we get out of the Wii U section. It's in the quiet period right now, right? We saw it at the Game Awards last year, which is coming back this year.
It is.
But Nintendo Direct's a good time to say, here it is again. I mean, things are kind of quiet on the Nintendo Wii U front. That's the first perfect time to say, Zelda Wii U, like keep
Yeah.
be excited.
So I think it would be a huge mistake for Nintendo to come out of this Direct and not have an announcement for new Wii U games. Even if they're 2016 Wii U games, you can have the most competitively priced bundle this holiday, and you can generate excitement that way. But ultimately, gamers do want that next thing.
Yeah.
And I think if they are to come out tomorrow and not have some new games to talk about that are going to generate some excitement, that does put them in a weirder place than E3 left them, where at E3, a lot of people left wondering, what is the future of this system when you have Zelda but you didn't want to show it, you have a new console that you don't want to talk about until next year, people are making assumptions left and right. Like, you have to kind of address this by announcing games. Now, Miyamoto said Pikmin 4 in an interview a couple months ago. I don't know what that is.
Yep.
Does that show up here? Who knows? You know,
Yeah,
it's a
he
big
said
question
he said it
mark.
was almost done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Almost done. My patience.
Exactly.
No, I'm kidding.
We'll also probably see some Amiibo stuff. That's a quick little aside. I'm guessing they'll announce some new stuff there.
Yeah, I
they're
wouldn't be
selling well and they're
surprised.
doing well and they're filling up our living rooms and bedrooms.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean,
figures.
last year, the Amiibo promotion wagon was just really starting to gather steam, I feel, in November, because no one really knew what it was and there was sort of interest in it. And now we're hitting this point where, like, there's a lot of them, and do they announce a new set because Amiibo seems to be tied to everything? For example, do you announce a set to make it for the characters that are not in Mario Tennis? That would show you're a little more serious about that game, but at the same time, the characters that are missing, in my book, are lame. So I don't know.
That's right. But yet, people will keep buying them. I'm Brian, this is Jose. New Nintendo Direct this Thursday. Let us know what you think is going to happen in the comments. And for all things Nintendo and video games in general, and all these damn Amiibo, keep it locked right here to IGN.